A few days ago, I put a, like, not a poll, but like where you can answer the questions on my Instagram story. And I basically said for this week's YouTube video, I'm going to be asking Braden questions that girls or people in general are too afraid to ask boys. So all the juicy questions that you guys asked, and there were some very juicy questions because I've read quite a few of them and they are explicit. So I'm going to be asking him the ones that are juicy, but some of them were a little inappropriate, so I'm not sure if we're going to get to those. But we're going to try our best to answer all of y'all's questions. There were a lot, and we're not going to be naming names.
We should name names and hold these people accountable for what they ask.
I'm just going to scroll through and pick the ones I think are the best, and we'll ask Braden and we'll get his answers. So Braden, personality or looks?
Depends. It depends on what you're doing. If it's a girl you just probably chilling with and it's nothing really serious, it's probably looks. Somebody you're gonna like and try to be with them. Personality.
Good answer. Okay, biggest turnoff for a guy.
Oh.
Let's just make sure we know these aren't necessarily Braden's. He's trying to think of like the things most guys that
say,
y'all can relate to.
Yeah. I've heard bad breath a lot. Probably being too clingy. Some guys not really with that. Yeah.
Clingy?
Wow. Wow.
You said clingy.
I definitely said clingy. I was thinking cringy and clingy. Some guys is like that. Some guys not really. They're not really with it.
Would you be okay if your girlfriend was friendly with her ex?
No.
We knew the answer to that one. Do guys obsess over girls like girls obsess over guys?
No, they don't. It's not the same. Girls are crazy. Some guys are crazy too, but girls are they take it to a whole different level. Guys are really just chilling. Now there's a select few that are crazy. I think it's just more shown from girls than it is from guys. Guys keep it on the low for real.
If we like you but act like we don't, is that bad?
Yes. Why would you act like you don't like me if you like me?
Playing hard to get.
No.
Makes you interested.
Yeah, and then girls wonder why they're by themselves and they're lonely.
But then we also don't want to be too clingy, which is another turn off.
That's very true. You have to find a happy medium. But if you're playing hard to get, eventually the guy's just gonna say it's whatever and just leave you alone.
Are periods really that gross to guys? Say my name, please. I love you guys. This is from CC Hamilton. Shout out.
I think periods can be gross, but at the same time, I think it's just how the girl handles it. Like, I think if there's
hygiene.
Hygiene. Yeah. I think if number one, you can't control that you're bleeding, number one. But number two, if you're like bleeding everywhere, like in the bed, like everywhere, then obviously that's but if you're taking care of yourself, you're going into the bathroom and the guy's not seeing as much. Like, there's a difference when you're telling somebody you're on your period versus them actually just seeing you on your period. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gross because every girl has them, but you can't help it. But I think you can eliminate it being nasty. Yeah.
What makes a boy have respect for a female?
Somebody that knows their worth and that's not just getting passed around. Like, has core values, has beliefs. You know what I'm saying? And will stand up for what they believe in, and stand up against the dude. Like, if not just letting guys walk all over him.
Yes, that's a big one. Does weight matter? Like, honestly, is it something you consider?
Once again, this comes to preferences. A lot of it is preferences. Obviously, if somebody's a pretty girl or a pretty guy, I'm assuming girls ask this. If you're pretty, you're pretty. You understand that? If you look good, you look good. If you get another personality, then obviously it doesn't matter. Obviously, your weight, if it's drastic in one way or another, that's going to be the first thing they see. You feel me? But it's not. I don't think weight is the end all be all for. Obviously, some guys are one way or another. Some guys don't like skinny girls. Some guys don't like big girls. It just depends on what the guy likes.
And I think that you could be taller girls way more.
Right. I don't think the number on the scale is what determines. Obviously, it determines your weight, but I don't think it determines, if you're like bigger or smaller, because there's different things that play into it.
Is it true that most college athletes cheat?
I'm not gonna say all, because that's not, I feel like that's like a kind of like a stereotype or like a characteristic that athletes have been given. But if you're the right one, you're the right one. Like if you're not gonna cheat on the person that, if you feel like she's the one for you or he's the one for you, regardless of, you know, what sports you play or whatever it is. Obviously football players don't have the best view on them, but at the same time, a lot of guys are just not looking to be in relationships, and that's kind of where they get the, if they're in a relationship, they're either not fully into it or they're just kind of going through the motions and don't really want to be in one, but they just want somebody to be there for them whenever they're just chilling and bored or whatever. But I wouldn't say all like college athletes cheat. I think you definitely could find the right person, regardless if they're an athlete or not.
Do you guys like reassurance from girls, or is it annoying?
I mean, I think it's good to hear every once in a while. I don't think it's something that like you're constantly hearing every day. I feel like that can probably get annoying. But like every once in a while, I wouldn't say it's awful to hear. I think everybody likes that every once in a while.
Do stretch marks matter?
No, like, you know, once again, purposes. I think some guys think that they're attractive. Some guys think that the opposite ends of the spectrum. So like you really don't know until you get to know that person. But obviously,
yeah, some guys are very like looks are the only thing that matter, and
Right.
that's kind of when you know they're not really looking for a relationship.
correct.
They're just trying to hang out and not really get to know you.
Yeah, but like cellulite and like stretch marks, I don't think that's something that, obviously it's nothing that the girl can control, number one. But number two, some guys find it attractive and some guys don't find it attractive. So I think it's just depending on what guy you're talking to.
But also being confident in your body and not being insecure about these things would make the guy
Yeah, for sure.
find it more attractive or less attractive, just depending how you carry yourself. Does makeup matter?
No. For me, makeup, for me, it's like, you don't need to be, I don't feel like you need to wear a lot of makeup. I feel like you never wear makeup. So it's like, that's one of the things I found like most attractive about her. How you look most of the time should be your natural look. If you're like about to go out or you're getting dressed for your 21st or whatever it may be, and you want to put makeup on, obviously that's fine. You want to feel better about yourself, whatever it may be. But I feel like how you look most of the time should be without makeup. And I feel like guys find that more attractive because they don't want to, you know, go to sleep and they have makeup on, they take a shower or whatever, and the girl looks like a completely different person.
Yeah, I don't think guys care about like if you're good at makeup or not.
Yeah,
And
they
they're not
don't.
gonna lie, you have to be
Guys,
good at makeup to
guys
like
don't
me.
notice. Guys don't notice if makeup is good or not. Obviously, if it's drastic, obviously you can tell if your face is different than your neck, things like that. But other than that, it's not something that guys are really worried about.
Do past experiences matter?
Past experiences.
I guess
Explain.
I'm assuming she means like, does her past experiences matter when she's meeting or like dating a new guy?
1,000%. 1,000%. Your reputation precedes you. If you're a girl that just gets around and everybody knows that, that's what guys are going to try to get out of you. You can't go from somebody that's been with a lot of people or is known for hanging out with a lot of people and then trying to not to say that you're never going to be able to find somebody, but it's just going to say guys are going to have the wrong like idea of you in their head, so that their mindset is not going to be like, yeah, I'm trying to date her, yeah, I want to marry her, things like that. It's going to be like more like, I'm just trying to chill with her for like a couple of nights here and there.
Do guys actually like to be cuddled?
No, I ain't never asked people that. I don't know.
Do you like to be cuddled?
Probably feels good, yeah.
Okay.
Especially if I'm gonna go to sleep. Night night.
Do guys really twist their booty hairs?
Hell no. What?
It's literally, I'm curious, it says twist as in between their fingers twist.
No. What?
Why are boys afraid to open up sometimes?
Men have this perception as if they're supposed to be super tough, supposed to be like protectors, providers, all of these things, and it's just sometimes they're just too tough to, I don't know, to really just open up, tell people how they feel, things like that.
Could you cheat on a girl you truly love?
No, I don't think so. I do believe mistakes happen, but I feel like in that sense, like, I don't really think you can. Not that you truly love, no.
Why do guys hate posting their girlfriends on social media? Why do we have to ask them to?
No, some people just don't really post on social media. A lot of people, I know, as far as like athletes and stuff, their media is like their brand, really. So they're trying to build a brand for want to play in the NFL or play in the NBA, MLB, whatever it may be. Like obviously people look at that and people think that you have a brand, but obviously that doesn't really matter when it comes to posting your girl. I'm just saying that's like the reason some people don't. They want it just to be like just strictly sports and like building their own brand for future purposes.
How much do shaved legs really matter?
I don't think guys really necessarily notice it unless it's like bad, and it can't be bad. You like that just comes back to hygiene. You have to have good hygiene. I don't think it matters to a certain extent. You definitely have to keep yourself clean and well prepared from that sense, but I don't think it's like once again, I don't think it's the end all be all for it, but I think it definitely matters. Like I think guys would obviously think it's gross if they see like a lot of hair on a girl's leg. I think that's just the way society has like kind of portrayed it to be, even though obviously body hair is natural for everybody. I just think it's a little different perception when it comes to women with it.
This girl wants to know, should she make the first move or wait for him?
Yeah, you got to.
I agree.
You got to. Worst thing he can say is no, but he probably not gonna say that.
Is it true that if a guy really wanted to, he would? I keep making excuses.
Yes. But then again, there's sometimes when guys are like genuinely, girls too, but I can really just specifically speak for athletes, when they're just tired and don't really feel like doing anything, don't really like they're genuinely tired and just would rather like be at home laying down playing a game and not really doing anything. But I think if they have free time and they're still choosing not to, then I definitely think what you're saying is true. But I think there are some instances where guys just are like super tired and don't really want to do anything. But I feel like that can be for females just as well as it can be for guys.
Someone said, how do I bag a football player?
Oh man, I don't know.
Well, I feel like if you have the mindset, like going into it,
yeah, if you have the mindset,
I'm going to, then they're gonna just look at you like you're just because you're just gonna keep trying until you find one. They're all gonna know that.
Yeah.
You've been basically passed around. I wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah, if that's your goal, you just need to try to be finding the right guy, and if he so happens to be a football player or a baseball player or a basketball, whatever it may be, then it'll work out. But if you're going into it like you want to date a football player, I'm trying to date a football player, you're probably just gonna end up looking very sloppy.
Do y'all care if our underwear and bra match?
No.
But you like it?
No. Yeah, if it looks good, it looks good. I mean, it's not really something. I guess it would be nice for it to be aesthetic and it would be nice, but it doesn't really matter.
Why would a guy block a girl after months of flirting after she told him how she felt?
Oh, you probably scared him.
Yeah, you probably
scared. He probably didn't want nothing to do with you after you told him that.
He probably was just in it for the flirting. Do y'all lie to girls about them being pretty?
No.
Or like, for instance, if you were to say you're the prettiest girl I've ever seen.
That might be cap.
Maybe like sweet talking to get what they want, so you have to be able to tell.
Yeah, you gotta tell the difference.
Guys will tell you anything you want to hear.
Yeah, if you're not dating somebody and this is just a random guy, and I think he's lying to you, in my opinion. But if it's somebody that like you're in a relationship with, and I feel like it can be more genuine and like that person can actually really mean what they're saying.
Do you care about acne?
No. I feel like that's just something everybody goes through. I used to have it bad. That's just something like as you're going through puberty, you're growing. It happens. Do
boys care what girls eat on dates? Like if a girl's like, she's not just, I'm just gonna get a salad and a water.
I feel like most guys that I know at least, like want their girls to eat a lot, like just because they don't want you being like, I'm just gonna have a salad and a water. I know personally, I'd be wanting you to eat a lot, so
like obviously you shouldn't be like pigging out, like throwing it in your
face.
Yeah,
if as long as you're eating it in a well-mannered way, it doesn't matter what you're eating. Like you don't have to sit there and just eat a salad because you feel like that's what's culturally right.
How do you make a friends with benefits a boyfriend?
Ooh, that's tough, especially if y'all have had the conversation that y'all are gonna be friends with benefits. If it's kind of like up in the air and y'all haven't talked about it, then I feel like there's still a chance. But I feel like that's what most guys, at least guys in like college, that's what guys really want. I feel like not a lot of them are like ready to be in a relationship and ready to like really commit themselves to being in a relationship. So I feel like if you've had the conversation and it's clear that you've agreed to being friends with benefits, I feel like it's gonna be hard to change that. But if y'all haven't had the conversation, then you might be able to tell them how you're feeling. It might work out. I don't know. It just depends on the guy.
Do guys find it nasty when girls fart in front of them?
If I don't know you and you accidentally do it, I'm gonna think it's a little nasty, yeah. Obviously, if you're dating somebody and it's like they're obviously doing it to be funny, I think that's completely different. Like,
or if it's like an accident, it's more funny than nasty. Cause
yeah. But I don't know. It's just if you know the person or not. Like, it's how well you know them. If you know them well enough, then if they do it, it's funny. But if you don't, then it's kind of like awkward. Like, I don't know.
Okay, we have to find like the juiciest one to do for the last question. Okay. Found it. Alright. I will say it exactly how you asked. Do guys really care about how your kitty cat emoji smells? That's literally what it said. Kitty cat emoji.
Yes, that matters. If it smells horrendous, if it's bad, then that's a problem. And that all comes back to hygiene. How you take care of your body, it matters. Guys don't want to be with girls that just don't take care of themselves, and girls don't want to be with guys that don't take care of themselves, but yeah. Okay,
well, there was so many questions and I tried. A lot of them were the same, but obviously I couldn't read them all, so I was kind of just scrolling. So I hope I answered all the general ones that everyone really wanted to know. If this video does good, maybe we can do like a second part and I can either use like the other questions that we didn't get to, or if y'all want to ask new questions that we didn't answer, you can DM them to me and we can do it again. Or if like guys want to know stuff for me, we could do it like the opposite way where Braden asked me the questions. Or if y'all have questions just for me, we can do it that way. But just let me know, and I hope you guys like this video, and I hope we answered all your great juicy questions. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully I'm gonna start posting back on the same day, like a Thursday maybe, but we'll see y'all then. Bye.
I ain't worried about nothing, cause you got me feeling like the Wayne Wade in 03. Yeah, you and me, we got the heat, so bump all the anxiety. But you hit to the side of me, I feel like I'm gliding. And honestly, look, I don't want you saying that you had a better